can't.
You almost have to go back and say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry that I'm such a douchebag that I didn't realize the level of your talent.
I mean, if you want me to apologize, I've actually been pretty good at it for a long time in my life. So
you're good at apologizing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a character flaws, if you really will.
You can't. I mean, look, you can if you want to. I mean, the whole thing is, it's just like God. I mean, that would have been I mean, that's a guy that's on. He's on. When I watch the. I can't think of the letters. It's OJBW or some crap, but it's not it's just some guy, and he does these oh my God, and then he does the finishers, and then he does these things, and it's like they're freaking amazing, but they're from the past indies, and most of them, but Ninja Mac's on there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh my God, hey everybody, we just went ahead and started, but Ace will be along here shortly this evening. It is our Thanksgiving show. We will be talking about the turkeys of the year, as well as the thank yous of the year. And we also have the final ever professional wrestling show at the Forte Center down in Des Moines for IPW coming up this Saturday.
That's right.
And I wish I could go to that show, but I will have to be working my day job because they said, yeah, we've approved overtime, so we expect you to use it. Okay.
So you just get. It's so nice that they decided that it's the weekend after Thanksgiving for that, huh?
Well. So here's the thing. I mean, it's hey Tina, how are you? Good to see you. So here's the thing. So it's because the holiday season is such a vital and crucial period of time for the company that I work for. We get Thanksgiving off, but then we have to work Black Friday. And then they said, well, and when you have a floating holiday, because normally we would have had it off.
Right.
For company wide, everybody is off, but we don't because we can't. So I get a floating holiday tomorrow that I'm going to take. So I worked yesterday, today, and then they said we've got 8 hours of overtime that's approved, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of dough. I mean, I'll go do it, but I also want to do it because I'm, I've been with the company for, under 2 months. So I don't want to say, oh, yeah, I don't feel like working. I feel like you're going to give us overtime. Well, I feel like just laying around and doing nothing. And the thing is, it's like I go out and I'm like in the stores where I'm set up to, run the register and stuff. I mean, like I end up selling stuff for them. So.
Oh, well, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I'll be running around all over town on Friday and Saturday again.
And parking the back of the lots because Best Buy is going to be absolutely panicked with people.
Yeah. It'll be here's the thing. There's going to be some fantastic deals, obviously, and then they're going to run out of stuff. I mean, and so the really good deals on like higher ticket stuff, that stuff will vanish. Hi, Lord Jar Jar, how are you?
Well, yeah, and High Lord Jar Jar just gave us another subscription, 8th month. Good for them.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it very, very much.
In fact, I mean, we're almost too early because I resubscribed with using Prime, and we're like 3.5 minutes away from one more person needing to get a hype train going, which we haven't had a hype train in months.
Oh, no, we haven't. Well,
so I'm not saying I'm expecting it to happen, but
yeah, we don't go to begging too much. It looks like right now we have what's it say? We don't have a whole lot of folks on right at this point. Yeah.
No, we only got like 5 through Twitch right now. 3, 2. Oh man, we're down to 1. Apparently we had some.
Yeah, but it's because you mentioned the guy that you said hype train, and everybody said, "Fuck that! I'll come back later."
Well, I mean, I'm not asking for much.
No.
Yeah, apparently High Lord Jar Jar is out of here because I was.
Scared him off. Scared him off, you son of a bitch.
I don't want much. I just, if anybody wants to share or rehype.
He's still here.
Oh, he's still here. Okay.
Oh, no, look, see, I don't know. Something's funky with the thing. So I want everybody to see. Here's my Charlestown Chiefs jersey. And it's one of the Hanson brothers jersey. I think I've talked about this before.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Is it?
Joshua Jackson's here, everybody, from the Mighty Ducks. Josh Jackson. Oh wait, that's High Lord Jar Jar still.
Wait, so it's nice and clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We just can't see you.
I know that. I know that.
Well, yeah, we know. Now we see.
What are you getting feedback on your camera?
I didn't even want to make a bet, but guess who fucking wins all day? All fucking day. And your bitch ass text with your two lame excuses doesn't erase 40 points. Y'all fucking blow.
Rowdy, thank you so much for getting us into a hype train, everybody. That's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Hype train for the boys. The real boys, Tommy. We're the real boys.
No, I think the Golden God, Bryce Jordan, and Shank are the boys.
I think, you know what?
Oh, no, I think they're going to give me a pass on this one because you made a bet, motherfucker, and you lost.
Yeah, and
I didn't even want to bring it up. I wasn't going to say a word last week at all. I was not even going to bring it up.
You want to know something? Ace?
That's because you thought you were going to lose.
I think. Hey, Clint, how are you? I think that Ace was feigning technical problems.
Oh, no, that shit was real. I had to shut my whole fucking Mac down and restart, and it took like 20 minutes.
Kidding?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was.
Oh, good lord.
Anyways, everything's back to normal.
Now, before you start screaming again for no damn reason, because
I'm done
on this show. I haven't squashed on this bet. I've already paid for it. It's on its way through good old Amazon. It'll be at your doorstep on Sunday morning, afternoon. I don't know when they get there on fucking Sunday.
Tommy fucking texts me. I gotta read it. I don't remember what you said.
Did you guys bet another bottle of rock?
Weren't you here last week?
Barely.
Yeah, he was. He just didn't hear that part. The wager was if the Vikings won, I was going to get a bottle of Jack Daniels because I don't drink tequila.
Huh. And I didn't really need any liquor, so I told him to buy me a case of energy drink since I've been drinking that every
morning.
The
Zoa energy drink. Apparently the Rock's energy drink because this guy's a mark through.
But they're freaking delicious. So he texts me again. Now the thing with last week too, JR, because you apparently don't remember, I wasn't even going to bet him, and no, it wasn't because I thought we were going to lose. We did it once, whatever. It was cool because these guys don't play every year either. Like they won't play. They played 2 years in a row. They won't play next year or probably the year after.
Well, I mean, we could if both teams win the division or finish at the same level.
Playoffs, but we all know how both our teams do going to playoffs. So he brought it up, but then he texted me. He goes, "All right, wait, where is it? Oh,
you're bad at reading."
I had two moments in that game that it was Cowboys Day: the bullshit taunting call, Delvin Cook, and the catch at the end of the first half being upheld. Which again, okay, take a touchdown and a field goal away. What's the score?
Well, I'm not. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, that's when I knew it wasn't going to get any better because it was all downhill.
My response to that text, and this is after the game ended, probably 10, 15 minutes. My response to that text was the link to Amazon for what I wanted him to order me, and then please and thank you.
Yeah, and again, it's not. This is no different than when it's been before. I don't squelch on my bet. I knew. Honestly, it's pretty much as soon as the Vikings got down by 17 points again or something like that, I was like, all right, this is over because everything is going right.
When Tony Pollard scored on our first possession at the second half, I was like, oh my God, they actually just fucking killed him. This is amazing. Yeah.
I will say this though,
and the scarf was in honor of World Cup. Go USA, boys.
Yeah. Well, tie. Anyway.
It could be England on Friday.
Yeah. Good luck. I just I'll say this about the Vikings game.
I hear you, Luke. Me too, Luke. People gave me shit. They're like, "You're not going to draft Zeke." I'm like, "He ain't going to have as good a year as Pollard."
Yeah, it's true. I stopped watching, and the reason I stopped watching is because I've mentioned this many times.
You're old
The
and fell
Minnesota
asleep.
Vikings have been disappointing me since 1978, and I have been angered. Albeit I'm happy that they win. I've been angered every time that they've won, and it's been one of these like. And I liken the win against to the Minnesota Miracle.
Oh my god! I thought JR was having like a seizure right there.
No.
I was pulling up the stuff for IPW's show, so I only heard you. I couldn't see you at that time.
Oh well, be careful, because what happens is there's this big, huge emotional win, and then they just shit the bed after.
Yep.
So the only thing I can say is, hopefully, they've shit the bed early enough now in the middle of the season that it's not going to make any difference. But yeah, it's true. Absolutely true, right there, like a battered spouse. Absolutely, but you know, I'll tell you, Luke. I mean, literally, since I was in middle school down in Iowa, motherfuckers disappointed me every single time. No, that's not.
Oh wow,
that's
Bryce
not,
is here.
That's not true, Bryce.
Not only is your football team, it's not only your football team that's a disappointment in your life, JR. Good to have Bryce here with us, by the way.
Did you try to read that in English, like in a sentence, Tom?
It's not only your football team that's a disappointment in your life, JR.
Are you adding? Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna say, are you adding shit to that to make it sound stupider?
I didn't write it. The fuck?
I know you didn't, but you were trying to read it. Anyway, good to see.
Redbeard, I forgive you, man. We missed you having you around too.
You know, I hope that the Golden Boy,
Golden God,
had a good showing this weekend, and you know.
Yeah, him and the Death Dealer absolutely tore the fucking place down, man. Starting off the night with fucking a hot match between those two, man.
Oh, they started it off. That's a good spot.
Oh yeah, Death Dealer then even challenged or has an open challenge now for March 11th. So if anybody's interested in facing the Death Dealer in his hometown of Algona, there you go. You got an open challenge.
Tom, that could be your opportunity to. Oh, never mind. You won't do it.
Well, actually, Draven was on the commentary with Badger Calhoun and myself, and apparently him and Death Dealer have a long history. So you never know what's going to happen on March 11th.
Yeah, I hear you, my man. Yeah, and I'm sure I did. The lineup was fantastic, Bryce. I did have a sold out show up in Ramsey, Minnesota. That
I told my whole town to come out to see a JR.
I don't know if any of them did, but it was sold out.
I mean, it is my hometown. That's what I'm telling you. I told my hometown to go out and see you.
How many of your folks do you know that live on the golf course?
I used to know a fair amount. I mean, because that golf course used to be part of Elk River School District. So
yeah, literally a ton of the people that lived on that golf course just came like it was their, oh yeah, we're gonna go over there.
Yeah, well,
and there's like, how far do you guys got to drive? Oh, I don't know, a couple of minutes.
If it wasn't so damn cold, they would have walked over.
Whatever the hell, it's like Jesus God.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh, you know what? We have not yet played the most expensive intro ever made for a podcast.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I mean,
we're
we think
starting
we
off.
should probably get things going the right way.
Welcome to the show. Let's see what has been happening in the wrestling world. Welcome to the show, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Count, always the best guests in Midwest. The Two Count, wait time guaranteed because we're the best of the best. Meet B-Games and JR, Top Shelf Tommy, we're about to start. Welcome to the Two Count. It's time to dig deep into the wrestling world. Welcome to the Two Count, where comedy meets wrestling by fans for fans. The Two Count.
The Two Count.
The Two Count.
Where comedy meets wrestling. Please comment, share, like, and start a hype train for God's sakes. And now, here are the hosts of The Two Count. Comedian John Russell, wrestling broadcaster Big Ace, and everybody's favorite heel, Top Shelf Tommy.
Yeah, so anyway, that's I mean, you guys, we spent so much money on that. Although I will tell you this, I would be interested to see how much Nerd D would charge us to do a little something.
Well, you can ask him next week because he will be on with us to
Yes!
recap the WWE Survivor Series War Games, which
Oh yeah, that's
I
coming.
don't know
up.
how you name it that when you only have fucking 2 War Games matches, but we'll cover that in a little bit. You guys want me to do tequila shots? It's a hi,
They
Lord.
love to see you drunk. You got to work
I am
tomorrow?
not mid-shelf. I do have to work tomorrow.
Oh well, then do some shots.
Shots.
You know what?
Shots.
All right,
Shots.
hold on.
Shots,
Let me go
shots,
get my
shots,
high-end,
shots.
expensive tequila here. Give me a second, then.
I don't think he has high-end, expensive tequila. Just
probably
between you and me, I thought he didn't like to. I didn't think he liked to drink tequila.
Probably just drinking water.
If he cheats, you guys, if he cheats, call him the fuck out because this is bullshit. You guys that followed us over here and know me from the shows that we did with Corey. Remember when I used to drink the hospital wine? Well, basically
the
it was
old hospital wine.
the old hospital. I took my hospital sippy cup and just wrote on it with a Sharpie, and it said wine. Oh, nice. Enjoy your time off, Tina. That's awesome. That's a lot of time off. Yeah.
By the way, here's how you know this is actually good tequila: is there's not a single fucking word on this that's in English. So
Nobody
straight.
tell 'em it.
Hold it up so I'm sure it's not tea.
See, tequila.
Tequila's right there on the front. Man, I don't know if I trust him. Should we trust him?
This shit's so good, dude. That's why I still have some left. I have restraint. I am a giant, Luke. You should know this by now. You met me in person.
It's a pretty tiny bottle.
It is a tiny bottle, but again, the good shit doesn't come in big bottles. You should all fucking know this.
It comes in jugs, dude.
Okay, Phillips, just relax over there. Go grab some car coffee and sit in the fucking corner. Don't come at me with this bullshit of,
Hey,
comes in the big.
I've seen huge bottles of that shit.
Not of the good shit,
Badger
dude.
Calhoun, welcome. We're happy to have you with us.
Hey, Badger.
Okay.
Apparently, we're going to have to redo all of our commentary, by the way.
All right. Real quick here. So we were in Algona on Saturday. A great show. A lot of fun.
To you,
To
gents.
ya.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What is this doing? I just trying to share some shit here.
Ooh. getting warmed up. Here we go, fellas. By the way, I will say this. It's the first time I've seen him do it, but Bryce Jordan has taken it to another level, boys. If you guys were not aware of what I'm talking about, Bryce is no longer here with the top shelf. This young man, this golden god, has raised the standard of the top shelf to way the F up here. That dude. Oh, man, I love him so much, man. He is my favorite.
What'd you do?
Apparently, I started talking about the top shelf, and Ace just bails like a fucking loser.
No, I don't think he bailed. I think he's busy
I do.
working behind the scenes on some fantastic stuff that we have coming up. I think he wanted to go through that APW show, give some folks that maybe weren't there the results, like me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, yeah.
But
we can run through some stuff. I still remember who won. Some of them. Not all of them.
that's cool. Let's see if I can find.
By the way,
if we've got
here's another thing I want to share about this tequila. I can't say the name. It's Barcelo. And
Marcel.
look at this bottle, by the way. It's rounded on one side. I mean, look at that shit. That's so crazy.
Yeah, you know what that takes?
Bottle.
That takes a lot of glass blowing skills.
Yeah, man. Yeah, see, Du Bois, top shelf caliber. You're right, Badger. You're definitely right on that one.
All I can say is,
That's
I just, man, I have my own plots and schemes how to get my own revenge.
All right, shot number 2 because Ace isn't here right now, so
Mm-hmm.
and he won't believe that I took 2 already. So
No, he will not.
and then we put it away.
So let me see here. I'm going to pop these up, and I think these are. So let's start off. This was the first match, right?
Yes, it was.
And how did this match go?
Oh man, I haven't seen Death Dealer in a couple of months. I think actually,
Right.
I don't. It might have been a Waterloo show, I think, with Absolute.
Yeah.
But he came back. He was absolutely in great spirits. The audience was kind of split between these two. They don't like Bryce nearly as much as they do in Waterloo. And so they were going a little bit more for the Death Dealer. But a great back and forth between these two. And in the end, the Death Dealer just was able to escape with it. But a great show of sportsmanship from both guys, by the way. So as much as you hate Bryce, he was a good sport at the end of the match. Shook hands, left the ring, gave Death Dealer a chance to call out and make the open challenge. So we will for sure see him on March 11th, by the way.
What, he didn't kick the Death Dealer in the balls just for the sake of it?
No. Bryce is a good guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hang on. Let's slow down.
What?
So, just shut up, Tom. So, JR, I gotta show you something. I kind of walked up on this, and I think you gotta see it.
What do you guys do? You guys look like you're planning.
This is a great dead air, by the way, here. Don't tell me to shut up ever again.
You can't hear it?
I can't hear it.
Nope.
You can't
Crank
hear
it up, baby.
Well, it is cranked up. That's the problem.
Let me see if I can do something.
Hey, Goro's here. He told me to, hey, buddy, shut up. Good for you. Fucking twat. And I don't even know if that's against terms of service or not for Twitch. So I'm sorry.
Let me try this again. I don't know why.
Thumbs up
You can
to
say
you
that.
too, Goro.
You can say shut up.
Oh, I know. I called him a twat. So
Oh.
So you guys can't hear that at all?
no. Your Mac sucks.
Did you click the share audio thingy?
It doesn't.
Did you do the basics of this?
It doesn't ask.
Oh.
That's the thing. It does not pop up asking me to share audio because I thought it would.
Well, and again, just to
Well,
talk
give it
about
another
it
try
real quick,
just to be.
the again, Death Dealer Bryce Jordan, a heck of a way of starting off the show.
You don't hear any of that?
No.
It's real faint to the point where we can't hear it.
See, the thing is, I can't get it downloaded for some reason on the computer, so I'm trying to play it this way.
Well, you know, we can't always get what you want, and you try so hard, but you know, maybe you just get what you need.
Have another shot, Tom.
I've already had 2, man.
Yeah, I know, but
Where-
that was such a horrible Rolling Stones reference that was so out of place that you should just have another shot.
You suck.
Listen, I got to work in the morning still, so
I know, but still. Luke would like to have you have a shot. I'm sure Bryce Jordan would like. Goro would definitely like you to have a shot.
I already had 2.
High Lord Jar Jar would probably like you to have a shot. Rowdy would like you to have a shot. I think everybody'd like to have. I mean, the Badger would like to have you take a shot. Jesus God, Badger, what the fuck is this? Better give him shelter. God, don't egg him on, for God's sake. See?
Oh, now High Lord Jar Jar saying shot.
Yeah, come on, man, be a dude.
I've already had 2.
I know, but it's been such a long time since you had the last one.
It has not. You know,
Dude,
again,
it's
this
already
is,
7:27.
I do not want to go through the rest of this bottle tonight, guys. Okay, this is a very
You don't have to
expensive bottle.
ration it out. Take a half a shot.
Do I look like the kind of guy who would take half a shot of anything?
Well, I don't know.
How I'm even insulted that you even ask that or say such a thing to
But
me.
then you should take a full shot and then I'll leave you alone for an hour.
Goro, don't you dare try and get me going about this bottom shelf bullshit that you try to get me on.
Drink responsibly. That's right.
I do drink responsibly. I mean, I was responsible enough to just have a couple of drinks before the match or before the show on Saturday. Mostly because the Gophers lost to Iowa when I was in Iowa. So, fucking A. So,
So this is interesting. So you've seen my act, and I mention Iowa when I'm doing my act. And a guy that was from Iowa was in the crowd, and he loved it, and he howled. And after the show, he says, "Yeah, don't tell anybody, but our Hawkeyes beat the Gophers." And then he gave me $50.
oh, that's when you know
Oh,
somebody
sweet.
from Iowa has done well.
When they
Maybe
should
they can
have.
They
really
tip
honest.
you. They give you $50. They're doing good.
Yeah, real good.
Yeah. Transplanted Hawkeye fans are giving me extra money. I'll take it.
Yeah. High Lord Jar Jar, did you not hear the part where I said this is high-end tequila? This is not some mid-shelf bullshit, okay? This is good, high-quality tequila. That's why I don't want to go through it. I'm supposed to actually sip this. I'm not even supposed to do shots with it. I'm taking shots because of you fucks.
Well, what are you
Hurts to
supposed to
come
do?
to
with
peer
it?
pressure.
Are you supposed to cook with it or something?
No,
Is it
you can
cooking
sip
tequila?
tequila? You never heard of sipping tequila? You
I don't-
unsophisticated fuck. You know, this is why I get so fucking agitated, okay? I got to deal with you two morons. I got Ace over here who's barely paying attention because he's dealing with his stupid shit. They can't get working right.
No, he's just taking his time. We're trying to provide content, Tom. And
we got through-
sometimes you've heard the expression stretch. That's what you and me are doing right now. Is Ace is trying to get this content that were part of, so that we can impart it to the public, and I can find out how big a piece of shit you and Bryce really are.
Big pieces of shit.
Two
Cora
big
was
pieces
saying-
of shit.
Real big pieces of shit.
JR Goro told you to use that $50 to pay someone to cheap shot me. So
I would rather use it to pay somebody to kick Bryson in the nuts, to be fair.
I'm a Make-A-Wish child. Goro, how... You know what? I'm not going to get upset by some troll like you, okay? They didn't graciously take me in. I made this show better from the moment I got here, Goro. How dare you? I brought this up a level. Again, a top shelf level.
Oh,
it's not my fault these guys didn't know what good content was before I got here, apparently. So Goro's just being a little fucking turd because he was here before me. Been a long time fan. Doesn't understand when good things happen.
We used to have a lot of fun with it, Goro.
Speaking of good things, by the way.
I'm very, very confused because weren't you just a guy in the chat room before you were on the show?
Only when I could. I was doing another show opposite of you fuckers, okay? One that got viewers is what I'm saying, not some of these troll fuckers like Goro.
Got enough viewers to get you fired, huh?
I got it.
I got enough viewers to get me fired. That's exactly it.
Here we go. Here you go.
Right.
What are you guys doing? You guys look like you're planning. JR is not going to appreciate this.
I mean, I don't really give a shit about JR.
Yeah.
It's two friends having fun talking.
Dude, it's two people that are top shelf lifestyle talking together. And you know what? Who gives a fuck about JR? He isn't here. Where is he at, huh? I know where he's at. He's at home because he's scared. He doesn't want to come face to face with me again because he knows exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, we're also talking about mustaches too, because we know that JR can't fucking grow one.
He
So,
can't
you know why? Because he's not living that fucking top shelf life, baby. I mean,
If it makes you feel any better, Tommy was too fat to get both of them in the same shot.
There you go, baby. There you go.
Sorry,
wow.
Tom.
And intro names me as everybody's favorite heel, but I think fucking Ace is going for it now too.
Maybe.
Ace is no heel. Ace is no heel.
He's a piece of shit. Yeah, what's your rebuttal there, JR?
Well, I don't even know what the problem is. It's like, oh.
Yeah, we were
you
just
can't
having a
grow
conversation. That's
mustache.
exactly. There's
but
no
I can
problem
grow a
there.
mustache if I want to, but I fucking don't want to. I used to have a full beard, dude. I mean,
Okay, brother.
Do you remember? With the mustache, when you talk like that,
I used to have a mustache too, brother. Oh, the Hulkster. His mustache was running wild. I don't do it good. Well, let me tell you something, brother. What a douche.
whatever.
I mean, that's again, we were just having a brief conversation. Ace comes over there and fucking interrupts like an absolute uncouth idiot, and then interrupts us and tries to make it all about JR and shit like that. Like we were actually talking about him, shit like that. We were having a good, decent conversation, just talking about some of that top shelf stuff, like mustache, some high end liquor,
Say that again.
high end cigars.
No. Say mustache again. Is that
The
how you say it?
mustaches?
Mustache.
The mustache?
So that like that's what the cows have, a mustache.
Is that the best you can do?
It's all I need to do.
It's not that good.
Either way.
Does it make any difference?
Either way.
Kent is coming to Revolver. Holy shit,
Oh,
dude.
wow.
No kidding.
Nice.
Wow. See,
Well,
I don't need to
but
defend myself.
here's the deal. I did hear them say your name. That's why I was kind of filming that.
Yeah.
Because you were eavesdropping, you piece of
No!
garbage, dude.
Jackass, it was time to go, and I'm your ride.
Oh, so you just walk up on two people having a conversation, and I just be like, hey, by the way, Tom, we're heading out.
You two
all
fucks.
us.
Yeah, you two, yeah.
That's
all the time.
You didn't need to record it like an
All the
absolute
time.
asshole.
Hey, man.
God, what kind of fucking pariah are you? Some kind of
I
voyeuristic
appreciate the
shithead.
fact that I have one friend.
Yeah,
on
Ace
this
is a
show.
snitch. You're right, Bryce. You are right.
No, I don't.
Ace
think
is a
he's
snitch.
I think he's a kind man, looking out. That didn't look like a locker room.
No,
That
it
looked
was.
like you were in the auditorium.
It was.
It
But
was the locker room area.
the
Jesus,
focus
that was
was
a
on you
huge
two.
locker room.
Yeah, it's the basement of the VFW there.
Badger's right. I'm just saying, watch your back, JR. You never know what these two didn't do.
I don't care. I mean, here's the thing. At some point, I believe that Luke and Malice will allow me to have my revenge.
Oh, why only those two? You don't think everybody else is invested in this? You don't think Prentice?
I think other people are invested in this, and I think other people like you will try to interfere with my revenge, with my planning, and try to so you can suck up to Bryce Jordan some more. I don't even know why. I mean, you're clearly the third man in the top shelf group at this point.
First of all, how dare you? Second of all, you say this shit like though it doesn't have some kind of repercussion on you, okay?
I see something right here. Look at this. Oh, look at this. I'd be willing to do that.
Oh, please. I don't need two guys who can't run around the ring to try and go up against myself and the quickest man in all Iowa professional wrestling. Come on, dude. We will run circles around both
sit
of you.
Sit in the corner and watch?
Wait, what? I don't even know.
Listen, I still have some athletic prowess. You are past your prime by a fucking country mile here. Don't get it twisted here. Okay? There is not a fucking thing you can do.
Tommy already told me all about it.
Here's the thing. Badger, I don't think the boys got anything planned because Shank loves me. Shank and I have a great relationship. Well, I just don't get along with Bryce. That's all.
Gora, I'll take that fucking bet, man. Yeah, you got 100 on it. I'll run a quarter mile right now. It won't be fast per se, but I will definitely be fucking running a quarter of a mile.
I already know he has bad knees. So
a bad knees, a bad back, and fucking I got a shoulder and elbow on my right side that can't do goddamn diddly shit. But fucking, I know for a fact I'll be able to run circles around these two motherfuckers.
If you're including me in this, I wouldn't even run, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't need to run.
Okay, maybe not you, Ace, but like Malice and JR, I can definitely run around. And yes, I did see what Malice and Decent did to Chillaleo, but actually I haven't yet. But I will on IWTV. Got the fucking plug-in, you fuckers. See? You see what I did there? I got a fucking plug-in. Go ahead, Luke Raven. How do you fucking feel about that, you piece of shit? A couple shots of tequilas. This is what's fucking happening now. You guys got me all fired up like I can't fucking be here no more.
So you can't handle your fucking booze is what I'm hearing?
No. You guys just want to get me fucking going. You're barely paying attention, Ace, man. You're fucking over here just twiddling your fucking thumbs or diddling around on your computer and shit like that.
He's going through. So we talked about. Well, I just want to bring this up. We were going to talk about the turkeys of the year to this point.
Okay, fair enough.
And right now, Tom,
there's your turkey. There's Tom's turkey. There's Tom's turkey. That's what I was doing, you jerk off.
Yeah, you jerk off.
You didn't load any of it up.
Motherfucker, I don't have access. Okay, you guys still try to keep me on the outside like both of you can fucking mute my mics for no fucking reason.
I forget that. That's right. Anyways, did you have anything else you'd like to say about the Absolute show there, Thomas? He's not.
I was waiting for my mic to be unmuted.
You weren't for the last 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, we haven't really recapped it at all, but it was a great show. I can't wait to be back to Algona VFW on the 11th of March. It was great to work with Badger Calhoun and Draven on commentary. Yeah, we finally got rid of that dead weight known as Ace. He was just doing ring announcing. So, But to be fair, he did an excellent job on the ring announcing. Okay.
It was a fun night. It was a cool little VFW room. The crowd was loud. We had a good time. We'll see Badger on this show soon, so guys, get ready for that. We would probably have gone through the whole thing, guys, but we've wasted 40 minutes of your time talking about bets, Cowboys football, and just bickering. So, we still need to preview this weekend's show for Impact Pro Wrestling.
I need to acknowledge the fact that Badger said it was a privilege, so I want to make sure that both you two idiots hear that phrase.
That has zero to do with you.
Well,
zero to do with you. And he's a privilege and pleasure to work for AP PW.
Plus,
Has
also,
nothing to do with you.
I've done commentary at Badger as well too, so he could be saying that to me too.
One time, I've done it twice. So fuck you, Ace. Okay, Jesus Christ, you guys gotta fucking steal my fucking thunder over here. I might actually have a new friend here, and you guys are fucking just fucking it up here. Okay.
Yeah.
How are we fucking it up?
Because you guys are just acting like I can't possibly ever be a nice person, but I am a nice person like 80% of the time. It's just that when I get around you two fucking idiots, I gotta fucking hear all this stupid shenanigan bullshit about fucking Top Chef. I think I'm better than you. Take a fucking shot. Have another fucking beer.
You're the one that named yourself that. You're the one that started taking shots. Don't put it on us.
Was challenged by the
This is
chat.
true.
I at least read the fucking chat.
What?
You two idiots over here don't even acknowledge that they exist. Hi, Tina. Good to have you here, by the way. Hi, Lord Jar Jar. Appreciate you here. Goro, fuck you. Bryce,
Oh, that's not
Luke
nice.
can go ahead and fuck off too. Okay, what do we want to do now? We want to move on to Impact? We'll
Yeah.
talk about
why
the
not?
Farewell to Forte show this Saturday.
Girl, gasp. Yeah, man, they got a big show going down.
They
So look at
certainly
this. Look at this. What do you got? Like, I mean, that's got to be like what, 40 posters up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crossed. Anyways, you can see all the posters. So Forte Center, you both have been to a few times. I've been there a whole bunch. And Impact Pro Wrestling, which, let's be honest, me and Tommy were talking about this on the way home. All funny stuff aside, that this all not this show, but us as a show being kind of welcomed into the arms of Iowa wrestling really does all start with Impact Pro Wrestling.
Clint, you get it. I'm about ready. I'm like this close, just like pipe bombing this whole thing.
He wouldn't get far before he just turns completely beet red. He's halfway there right now. Yeah, so again, this whole like us, Tommy on commentary somewhere, JR, running cameras or doing whatever, me doing whatever it is I'm doing, running around at like Absolute or at Madhouse or, even at some of those Impact shows earlier on or the Hall of Fame weekends. Like, none of this would have been really possible without Impact Pro Wrestling, because that was my introduction to a lot of these people who are our friends now. And to be honest, with Madhouse Wrestling and Absolute Pro Wrestling, both really can say a lot of what they're doing is coming from and paying dues to Impact Pro Wrestling, because a lot of the people are coming from there, going to these great companies. The guys who are running these companies all have Impact Pro Wrestling history. Of course, Malice starting that hardcore and being one of the best hardcore champs over there. So, really big show at a venue they've been running for quite a long time. They will never run again. This is actually the second farewell show, but we're going to get into this. These matches are in no particular order, okay, because I just loaded them up. So you're going to see a lot of names you guys know and that have been on this show, everybody, for this show. So this is a cool one. And again, it's this Saturday, November 26th, Forte Conference Center, which, real quick, you've all been there. Like, as a venue for wrestling, it is pretty cool because of its location, the glass on half of the building. Like, it is a very cool little spot for wrestling shows.
Yeah, it's one of those interesting ones where you situate the ring just in the right order, because you got a couple of the fixtures, I guess, not quite chandeliers, but that are kind of a little low. But yeah, it's a great venue. I wish they were still going there, but as you mentioned, having a second farewell show, not so bad, not too bad.
Anything on the Forte Center there, JR? Did you mute yourself now, JR? Did you
Can't hear
mute
you.
yourself?
Old timer.
Must have been coughing.
So what were you saying about the Forte Center?
Everything I said about the Forte Center, I double it.
There we go.
No, I
Vote
was just
JR
saying
for
it's a
president, by
cool,
the way, everybody.
It's a
It
cool
can only be better.
It's a cool spot. It's downtown, right? And for me, growing up in Des Moines, that it's very close to where I saw the first live wrestling event I ever saw, which was Veterans Auditorium. And so that's kind of it's in the neighborhood. It's kind of historic in a sense, and they've done so many shows there that it's a tradition that gosh, it's sad to see it go, but as with all things, sometimes progress is for the better and the worse.
That's right. Well, let's get into it. Again, a lot of these matches, you're going to know a lot of these people. They've been on the show. They've been at the shows we've been at. So really stacked card. We're going to start it out with the Impact Pro Wrestling Championship match. The Lone Diamond himself, Jackson King, getting a shot at the Impact Pro Wrestling Championship against the current champ, everyone's favorite, James Jeffries.
Man, I'll tell you what. I feel like with the draw that Jackson King is in Des Moines, I feel like this might be his time.
Wow.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say, or just?
That's all I need to say.
Never mind.
And
Never
you know
mind.
what's
Go take a nap.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about you picking Jackson King is your whole problem with the Golden God Bryce Jordan directly started when he turned on Jackson King.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
So Tommy, that means we could blame Jackson for this whole feud.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think Bryce turning on him, and he's shown a little bit more attitude himself. He's kind of matured a little bit. Obviously, coming off the recent surgery and stuff like that, he's doing a lot better. I've seen him in action a couple different times now. So I don't disagree with JR here, which is very hard for me to say. Like, it actually hurt my soul a little bit to say that. But I think Jackson might be able to pull this off, mostly because we all forget that James Jeffries did steal this from Bryce Jordan. Okay. He stole this title because he was the masked wrestler X thing or whatever, which is he stole from fucking that idiot over there. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't supposed to wrestle in Des Moines for a year, comes back under mask, and then wins the title, and then no one's supposed to care about that. James Jeffries is a fraud. This match should be Bryce Jordan against Jackson King for that title. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll be real interesting to see how this all goes down. It's a big match for the youngster right there, who just coming off injury as well. So we'll see. I gotta say, I think Jeffries is gonna pull it out, but we'll see. We're gonna move along to match number 2, the IPW Tag Team Championship match. We've got Star and the Big Picture, and they're gonna team up and take on the Death Dealer and Justin Decent, which, my word, look at Daddy Decent. That's like a younger picture. Kind of feel like they're using like everybody's original pictures on these and not their most current.
Wait till you see Max Chills, by the way. It's almost hilarious.
It really, yeah, him and ZK. So big title match here. I mean, you've got a guy, Maddie Starr, the role model, already a tag team legend in the game in Iowa, already a multi-time tag team champion in IPW, and now he's got the Big Picture on his side. The longest reigning IPW champion of all time. Like 700-800 days, something crazy like that, right? So you put those two together, that's one hell of a team, but the Death Dealer is a scary dude and a big dude that can just bring pain, and Justin Decent is always a wild card.
Yeah, man, it's difficult. It's difficult because I think Maddie Starr is a fantastic talent, and is the Big Picture. I don't know how often they've tagged, if they have, because it was Maddie Starr and Sparrow as the Legend Killers, right, for so long.
Yes.
And so my question would be just the fact the captain, Clint Dice says the captain will be in their corner. That could sway it. That could sway it. With
Okay.
the
Probably
captain
will,
in the
to be
corner.
real honest.
Because my only concern with them would be that they're maybe not as fluid a team as the Death Dealer and Decent because they've held the titles for a while.
Tommy?
Well, I mean, honestly, I can't possibly go against Matty Starr anymore because he's proved me wrong time and time again. And I genuinely like the guy now. If he will have me as a friend, I probably would have him as a friend too. And the big picture is who he is. But I've always been impressed, and I know I probably lay pretty low on Decents and Death Dealers group of acquaintances and stuff. Like they probably want to disassociate with me as much as I want to disassociate with them. But I think this is going to be a pretty close match, but I think it's going to be Picture and Star pull this one out.
Yeah, well, and Clint Dye from Tag Team Photography dropping that bombshell right there that we didn't know already, that Captain Midnight coming to the ring with those boys. Not only do you have championship pedigree behind you on that team, now you've got that third mastermind in Captain Midnight, always with a trick up his sleeve. So that's going to be a good one to watch. Badger said it could be a match of the year right there. We move along. Our good friend, the brother of ours, Malice, taking on another good brother, Ugly. These two, man. History. Long-time IPW guys right here. Ugly just kind of getting back into the swing of things this last year. I think we saw him make his return, and he's been going strong since. You've seen him at IPW, Madhouse, and Absolute. Of course, Malice, now currently a tag team champion, Madhouse Wrestling Tag Team Champion with Justin Decent. So he's got a title somewhere else. So Ugly taking on a half tag champ here, and these two got to know each other very, very well.
Goro, who are you talking about as far as Hackson's lost son? Are you talking about Malice or Ugly? Because Ugly does bring a stick to the ring, so. Oh, just gotta say.
I just say that I mean it's going to be absolutely brutal, obviously, but we know that Malice was a longtime Extreme champion for IPW, and Ugly's just a grizzled veteran, if you will.
Former champ, I believe, in IPW.
But literally just as we've seen, he's picked up very quickly and done just so much with Madhouse and APW at this point that, I mean, he looks like he's in the best shape of his life and at the peak of his talent, really.
Yeah, that's right. And like Badger said, at one time, these two were champions together. So what do you think that does to this match, Tommy?
Well, obviously they're very familiar with each other. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if this did turn into a bit of an extreme match because, again, these guys know each other so well. Ugly already brings the ugly stick to the ring. Malice is no fool. He knows that could be used at any time. And it's because I like Malice. That's why I say he's no fool. I'm not trying to pander to anybody because I want to make sure that Goro knows that I fucking hate him, but I like Malice. And Luke Raven, we all know that Malice is the better owner at Madhouse. Go fuck yourself. Anyhow, this is going to be a pretty tight contested contest. I think Ugly is probably going to pull this one off, just because again he's a little bit more fit. But it's going to be, Tina, you're right. This will be a brutal match. These guys, again, no stranger to bring in the lumber, pun intended, by the way, with the ugly stick there. But these guys are just going to beat each other down. If there's blood on this one, man, like, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We're going to move on to our next match. There he is, the Golden God himself, Bryce Jordan, taking on the wild man, Ethan Everhart, from the woods, he is. This is going to be another good one. You got a former champ taking on Ethan, another former champ. if I remember correctly, or the challenge for it. I don't remember. Either way, Ethan Everhart having a huge year. I know former tag champ for sure with Justin Decent. So this is going to be a big one. I'm guessing JR has some really good opinions for this match.
I'll just say, as always, that's a nice one there, Goro. I'll just say, as always, look, Bryce Jordan is very talented, but I will certainly be rooting for Ethan Everhart. It's as simple as that. Bryce Jordan has the talent. He's just.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and
Tommy, you guys know.
No, we know, and Tommy, we already know too.
Oh yeah, top shelf. Because again, Bryce took it from here, and he's brought it all the way up here. This guy knows not only what he's doing in that ring, but he can show Ethan Everhart exactly how much better than he is each and every time in the ring. So we haven't gotten to see it a lot of times because I think these guys normally, I think Ethan's trying to avoid Bryce as much as possible. But I honestly, I low key think this is probably going to be match of the night because of what these two have done and what I've seen them do in Absolute, in Madhouse, in IPW. Like, I know what these guys can do, and it's going to be because the one show I've been to at the Forte, we saw Jimmy White's dynamic have, I think, I know it's one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Yeah,
this will come
100%.
Close to, if not better than that match.
I like it. Bryce Jordan, the Golden God, taking on Ethan Everhart. These guys say it's going to be a good one. I don't disagree. Match of the night could be, but I think this one could also be a match of the night contender. And this is the IPW Extreme Championship match. Gable Galileo, another man who is having a banner year this year, guys. Tag team champion, former tag team champion at Madhouse Wrestling. Chileo just killing the tag team divisions all over Iowa. And this guy just having some great single matches too. And now you got Cole Cannon, newly crowned in last July here, the IPW Extreme Champion. This is going to be a big title defense for Cole.
I'm a huge fan of the Potato Daddy. I just love his enthusiasm. Although Gable Galileo is a strong and intelligent opponent, I feel like I hope that it's a fair match. I'm hoping that there is no interference from Gable Galileo's friends, but. Having said that, I mean, I just think the Potato Daddy will hold on to his title.
Not a chance. Mostly because Cole has talked a huge game. Time and time again, he's tried to belittle me. I was glad not to see him in Absolute this last week. And yes, he too, like Gable, has had a huge year. But I just don't think this is a matchup that favors him in any way. So for that championship, say adios, because that's going to go home with Gable Galileo. Ace, you want to say anything, or just dead air here?
Sorry, no,
did you shush me?
Good. Just
hold on.
You can still hear me.
Did you try and shush me? Did you try and shush me? Yes.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
yes,
we can.
sir,
Yes,
we can hear you.
Okay. Well, obviously I was having issues, you idiot. If I can't keep asking, everything just froze. All right, so this is not good. I need to close that. How does one website with full gear results freeze my entire computer? It's ridiculous.
I don't know, because you have a fucking Mac and you should probably just get with the times.
Says the guy who puts computer monitors down. You jerk off. What an idiot. Anyways.
Say again. How's that go?
We're gonna move on to our next match.
You have downs?
Oh, why would you take it there? Now you look like an even bigger douchebag. Now
Sure,
we're gonna get to this next match. Yeah, if the shoe fits, Tom will wear it. ZK47. It is
That's
not
pretty funny.
It is not
Spit in the face
Carlito's son.
of people who try to be cool. That's what they should come down to. Fucking for real.
Oh my god. I mean, shit. This picture too. Like, he does
These
look like
are
he could be
old, man.
Carlito's son, dude. He for sure does. If we go by picture wise, we have baby ZK47 taking on baby Max Chill.
This is even pre
Oh
like
my
Max
gosh.
Chill Mafia. This is like back in the day, first match kind of promo photo here for Max Chill.
Look at his hippie poncho.
Yeah, it looks like one of those ponchos you get when you go down to Mexico.
Yeah.
You bargain with them for $10. No, I'll give it to you for $5. No, $7.50. $6. Okay.
I guarantee you he has a hacky sack in the pocket of that thing. Oh my gosh. Love you, Max, if you're watching. But I mean, yeah, these obviously are a little old, so that's all right. But that's gonna be a fun match, though. Another two guys.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Badger. Straight out of the vault for sure.
Yeah, right. ZK47 really been having some big months these last few months. He's in some really cool opportunities, been getting in the ring with some really good talent, so it's been cool watching him progress. And now, one-on-one with a former Madhouse Tag Team Champion, and that is Max Chill. This one's going to be a fun one.
I got to say that as much progress as ZK has made, I still think Max Chill is just a little bit more experienced, and he's probably going to take this match.
Well, being a former tag team champion will definitely help him.
Yep.
Right, Tom?
Well, I mean, Max Chill this last weekend had a singles match. And he did fantastic again. So there's no doubt in my mind that this is a Max Chill kind of night right here.
That's right. It's going to be just a good... Oh, and one more time. There's no graphic for it, but it was announced. Sage Hale versus Briar Hale one more time at the Forte Center is going down as well. So we'll, if you don't know who we're talking about, they were on to, was it last week or the week before?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, go check it out on YouTube or Twitch if you're watching us, whichever one you're watching us on. You can see it, the Hale Sisters. And last week, AVB. But yeah, guys, there you go. Get your tickets. Be down there if you're in the Des Moines area.
There will be like a kind of a Forte free-for-all. Or the Forte final fight will be Tyler Jones versus Adam Love versus Victor Payne versus Quayon Orlando versus Jay Wesley versus Quavon, excuse me, versus Jay Wesley versus Ricky effing Bronson. Fuck
yeah, baby.
Yes, that's gonna be another hell of a match.
Come on, baby. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Thanks for getting that one in there. Yeah, tickets for sale. You can get them right there. What's it? Impact Pro Wrestling, I think it is. IPW tickets at yahoo.com. There's a phone number on there. Call it 515-306-4801. If you're in the Des Moines area, just go there and buy them at the door. Don't miss it. It's going to be one hell of a show. I'm actually kind of sad I'm not going to be able to make it. It's just a bad time and holiday weekend, you know. Plus, let's be honest, guys. Well, at least me and you, Tommy. JR hasn't been able to make as many, but starting to feel like I live in Iowa.
Yeah, so there was a lot of talk this last weekend, JR. No doubt. No joke about getting a 2-count condo, a house, some kind of RV, just so we can be down in Iowa all the time, apparently, which I hate to say it as the true Minnesotan that I am, but Iowa is growing on me. I've seen more of it in this last year than I ever thought I was going to. And it's not a bad state. I do appreciate all the guys that we've gotten to meet down there and hang out with and have on the show, too. So I can't wait to see what 2023 brings, but 2022 has been damn fucking fun hanging with Impact and Absolute and Madhouse as well. So
Absolutely.
2023 can only get better for us, really.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. All of the things that we've been able to do down in Iowa have really been fun, and B, helped us learn a lot about what it is that we want to do with this show.
Right.
And hopefully we've been able to evolve this show to the point where people enjoy it, and we have the guests on that people enjoy, and in the way for us to get those guests is to go and meet them in person at the shows. So I am 100% behind you. This has been what Ace and I wanted to do from the start. It's been a little bit easier, to be honest, with you with us, Tom.
Thank you, Goro. That's funny. You think Minnesota's trash? Get the fuck out of here. Where do you live then? If you think Minnesota's so fucking disgusting,
I know where he lives.
if he says
Goro.
fucking California,
Hey,
No,
Goro,
it's not from
Goro, I don't blame you at all. Tina, we really do. We know you do that, and we really do appreciate you spreading the word for us. We love you for that.
oh, you know what? Grand history is correct in St. Louis of football teams leaving and the baseball team still being behind the Yankees like everybody else.
He's talking about wrestling though, Tom.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to count Harley Race, and only fucking Harley Race coming out of the area. So, well, who else? The Ortons. Okay. And
So you're not very familiar with territory days, are you? Anyway, okay.
no, I
whatever.
could give two shits about St. Louis.
All right. Well, JR, did you watch Full Gear?
I did.
All right.
I got home from the show at about 12 o'clock, and I and the boys started watching it. And Jesus fucking God, I almost made it through without falling asleep. But I fell
Almost.
asleep, and then we had to wake up and watch a little bit more.
Nice. All right. Well, let's run through it. We're skipping pre-show, boys. Don't give
Yep.
a shit.
Of course we are.
First match I got on here. Let's get into the Saraya and Dr. Britt Baker match. I've always been a Paige fan, so it was just cool to see her be able to wrestle again. It was, cool to see that she was pretty emotional during it. Now, I'm also a wrestling fan, so let's be real honest. And I'm glad she didn't try to, circle around or deny or anything, but, you can tell Paige is still getting back into the step of things. You could tell that it may take a couple more months before she's back to where, putting on stellar matches back at NXT and stuff. So you can see that, but to see her give Britt Baker all that credit, and she carried me, and I have ring rust, and I'm not as fast as I was. I'm still getting back to things. To see her say that was really cool, and it was just it was fun. I mean, Britt Baker's a good heel, I guess. What can you say?
And I will say this: the some of the statements that Britt Baker made in her promos coming up to this match, they're 100% true. And I mean, she really has been the woman that's carried that. Even as much, and this, as much as I liked Thunder Rosa. Liked. Yeah. I mean, Thunder Rosa has almost done more harm, in my opinion, than good by being the champion. And so I give Britt Baker 100% credit. It's great to see Saraya in the ring again. I loved the little play with falling on her neck and laying there, and then the smile. That was great. So it was good.
Shit.
Fuck you, Goro. That's very, I hate to admit it, but that's very funny.
I like it.
He's on the Thunder. That's why we love Goro. He's just so quick with this stuff.
I know. Yeah, this is a good match. As far as storytelling go, I was still kind of surprised with how many shots Saraya took to the neck area and upper shoulders, but I guess I don't know. I guess that's the only way to really test it, because we've seen Kenny Omega do that shit too, with his vertigo, and we can even talk about that trios match too, obviously. But
Well, it's
Like-
the only way. I think you got to test the water, like you said, Tommy. But the other
Yeah.
thing too, though, is there was short lead up to this match, right? You didn't build a lot of. There wasn't a lot of TV build for this. Only like I mean, there was and there wasn't. 'Cause
weeks?
It took 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks out when she announced she was cleared. So that was when it was like, okay, we're really going to do that. So, but I mean, you can't. If she wasn't ready to get in, like she shouldn't. But I'm glad she did because you can't ignore the neck thing. You know what I mean? Like her first match, whoever it's against, they got to go after it. You got to. Otherwise, you're not telling a good story in the ring.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, even that, like, so Saraya, again, Omega with some of the vertigo and, just issues he had with injuries. And then even what we've seen with Sting, which he's older and stuff like that. I mean, some of the things he's been doing too. Again, I think it's one of those ones. Even concussions with Brian Danielson too. Like, you just don't know what you're going to see from a lot of these performers, and it's leery on my end because again, just dealing with some of the injuries I've had, where it's like I don't want to test it to that level because that seems unnecessary. But reality is to see if it's actually healed and functional, you need to test it like this, and it's. Just no buckle bombs. How about that? Just no buckle bombs, no weird fucking kicks to the fucking back. How about that?
Yeah. Was fun to watch. Match quality could have been a little bit better, but again, not going to get on Saraya for that. Not yet. Good to see her back. Badger got a great idea right there. That would be cool to see her do that. She had to get the win. You got to make her look good because my guess is eventually there is a title in Saraya's future. So moving along. The fact that Nyla... All right, we'll get to it. Sting and Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I paid zero attention to this, and you want to know why? Double J.
Yep.
He's in there wrestling. I don't give a fuck anymore because dude shouldn't be in there. I'm over Sting. He's got it like enough. You've taken 2 years of someone else's spot. Be done. This really should have just been Darby and Jay.
Yeah.
That's all I
here's
needed.
here's the thing. Out of the three of them, right? And I say the three of them. I'm talking about Sting, Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett. Lethal's the only one that should be anywhere close to the ring, and he's still. I mean, and he's on the edge, guys. And I love Jay Lethal, and I'd love to see Black Machismo come into AEW. I don't know if it will, but
you mentioned that it has to, right? The whole like one day that's not going to stop,
right?
And we get it. Like that's the only reason that song is that way.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Jeff Jarrett, my God, the only reason that Jeff Jarrett is there is because of his ego, and the same thing with Sting. Although with Sting it might be a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe Tony Khan's an Uber fan or something and keeps hanging him around. Maybe Darby wants him around. I don't know. But I mean, when I watch Sting, I'm like, don't do that, old man. I mean, I'm literally yelling that at the TV, and then he does something, and like. When he jumped off, where the hell he jumped off, I'm like, good God, you're going to kill yourself. And I think that because Sting is older than I am, you guys. But yeah, so you're absolutely right about taking the spots. Was it entertaining in places? It was, but you're right. Jeff Jarrett can go pound sand.
So I hate to admit it, but I realized something during this match, and that's that I'm on the fringe of actually being a Jeff Jarrett fan. It's nothing more than his promos, and I don't know what it is, but I've always been a guy who I like a person who can shoot a promo. I don't never necessarily give a shit about what you can do in the ring, but if you can shoot a promo, I'm generally on your side. Now, some guys like their promos are dog shit, and they lean too fucking far to like the happy-go-lucky like bullshit, like fucking eat your vitamin or take your vitamins, say your prayers kind of bullshit of the Hulkster. But I will fucking mark out every time somebody says slap nuts for the rest of my life, apparently, and I don't know why, but this match wasn't as bad as you guys are making it fucking sound. Sting and Jarrett both had their moments. Jay Lethal showed a lot in this fucking match. Satnam Singh technically had a hell of a go of it in this match as well. And it was really good storytelling, like as far as what they had to do to get Satnam down with the Scorpion Death Drop, along with the coffin drop. So again, the story was fine. It was a good match. I mean, I'd probably put it around like a B+ as far as a rating goes. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I love Sting. I love Jarrett. But it's probably time for both of those guys to hang them up.
100%. By the way, let's not gloss over the fact we got Sky Blue and Ty Mello in the ring together right now behind JR's head. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Sting and Darby won. I paid zero attention during this match. We move along. Steel cage match. Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus with Christian in his corner. Man, Jungle Man, am I right?
Yep. That match was everything it was supposed to be, and it put Jungle Boy on that pedestal by himself as one of the pillars that they talked about a couple of years ago.
I don't think it was supposed to be funny, but I laughed my ass off when he's like, "You were supposed to be my friend." I laughed. I was like, but it was a banger of a match, man. They put it on a good show. I'm excited because obviously this ends with Jungle Boy and Christian, right?
It has to.
Like when he's not, and then like, do we see that be the end then? Jungle Boy goes over on Christian, and now we finally, because when the dude's 35, we can't keep calling him Jungle Boy in the ring. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be weird. So like, when does that transition begin where we start kind of dropping the boy shit? I mean, I thought it would have just been funny if they did it when the rumors came out, not the rumors, when it came out online that he was officially banging on a Jay. Like, I thought it would be just hilarious if all of a sudden he came out that next week and it's just like Jungle Dude or Jungle Man or just something, something not boy though. Oh, would have been hilarious.
I would think they'd at some point transition him to Jungle Jack.
I think they're actually going to just drop the whole Jungle Boy thing because they've been doing the whole Jungle Boy Jack Perry thing.
Well, and the other thing too
Jack
is
Perry.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they put enough attention on his family that it's like, okay, well, he wasn't really from the jungle, guys. His dad was on 90210. Like,
also, not to be disgusting, but I think his sister is very attractive.
Hell yeah, I'm in on that.
If she's watching.
What's up?
This ginger fuck is interested. Along with apparently,
here's the other thing too.
Ginger fuck.
Here's the other thing too, though. I think that they'll continue to have him be Jungle whatever, simply because they paid so much money to play that Baltimore song.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I mean,
that's one of those things that Tony likes to have the people going with the song. So, I mean.
Yeah, no, I hear you. We move along, though. By the way, Jungle Boy wins. Moving along. TBS Championship match. Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. Oh, my God.
One of the clunkiest matches on the whole card.
First of all, big shout-out to Nyla Rose. Big shout-out to Nyla Rose for trying her damnedest to make do with whatever she was getting from Jade, because you could see these Jade Cargill matches and you can clearly see where it's the girl don't know how to do shit. It's all arms, kicks, elbows. You try to do anything with her, she doesn't do her share half of the time, or she's slided and fought. Like, I mean,
and then the other part is that you can blatantly see the spots where she forgets what she's supposed to fucking do.
Yeah, it's awful, dude. It is so... Until Jade Cargill can put on a decent match and actually have a contribution to that match, she should not be holding a company's title. Yeah, 100% Badger. 100%.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that one.
I mean, she looked cool as shit. I will say that. She looked cool as shit coming on the Thundercats get up and all that. And she does look like a fucking
Chitara.
superhero. And she could totally probably be in movies, but like the girl needs about a year to 2 years of just straight in-ring training before she should be at the level she's at right now.
Now, I will give
you
her
and I
a little
talked
bit
about
of
it.
leeway, guys, because for 90% of the match, she kept trying to have to tuck her tits back into that outfit.
This is true.
That
too.
was a huge distraction, clearly to her, because if I noticed it and everybody else noticed it, she's not able to do what she has to do when she's tucking her tits back in.
Yeah. It cares more about how she looks and the quality of what she's going to do in the ring. Oh, 100%.
Don't interrupt me again, JR.
And by the way, I just want to let you guys know that I had a turkey sandwich before we came on this show, and it was delicious.
I'm hungry now.
JR is one of my fucking turkeys of the year, by the way. No, Ace and I talked about this. The best place for Jade Cargill right now, no doubt, is to go to NXT, spend 2 fucking years. Yeah, Bryce gets it. It's so disrespectful from JR. Spend a couple years in the Performance Center, having one location to stay, one location to work, all in the same area. I mean, because I just don't think, trying to get back to the factory and work some shit in Atlanta when she's living in Jacksonville, and then, which is not an easy trip. It was like 2.5 fucking hours and shit like that by car. I mean,
whatever she's doing is just not working.
No, I mean,
and
more
the
power
other thing,
to her. And it's not easy. I mean, I get she's a single mom and stuff too. Like, there's a lot of other things that are going on with her life and shit like that. And I'm happy that she's doing this shit. Like, she's following her dreams. Like, that's fucking cool. So you can't deny her that. But to get better in this fucking business, she needs to drop that fucking title and just focus on fucking training, like being on Dark or Dark Elevation for the next fucking year and training fucking her ass off, man. Like, having her on TV is a fucking mistake 100%, because she has the look, she has the attitude, she has the actual fucking ability to say some shit on the mic. So, like, just get better in the fucking ring, bring it all together, and we wouldn't have a problem with you fucking having a title, because it would make fucking sense at that point. But you're so green right now, it's hard to get past seeing how bad the matches are and how much other people have to fucking carry you to that fucking match quality.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Tina.
Happy Thanksgiving, Tina. Take care.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Plus, I mean, if you're Kira Hogan and you're her baddie, knowing that you could wrestle fucking circles around her in the ring for real, though, how pissed do you have to be? You know what I mean? Like, just horrible. Jade wins. Dumb. Tony Khan, quit being an idiot. Next match, TNT Championship match. Wardlow versus Samoa Joe versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm not going to lie, this I didn't mean to not pay that much attention to this match, but I kind of drifted.
I will say this.
I know Joe won, cool, but...
So here's the thing. In my opinion, Wardlow is stale as hell. And to have, when he was with Joe, I mean, it didn't do anything. I still like Joe. I'll always like Joe. Yeah. Hobbs was the odd man in this. I honestly thought Hobbs might win.
Should have.
But they had Joe do it. And so now I don't even know how I feel about the whole thing anyway. I mean, the match was okay. But so now Joe has 2 belts. Wardlow has nothing. He was stale anyway. Mm-hmm. And Hobbs is like obviously going to go after Joe, probably Wardlow too. And it's like, but I don't need more of it.
Yeah. What do you think?
So here's my opinion, especially with the TNT title. They have degraded it to the point they need to have somebody help try to bring it up. And you have a guy like Samoa Joe in your company who, and you got, really think like obviously the TNT title is your secondary belt, but it's named after a TV network. So it's a TV title. And you need to have somebody who can carry a secondary title and not have a problem with it. Now, the TNT title started off with Cody Rhodes and then Mr. Brody Lee and then back over Cody. And then Darby had it, which felt still legit. And then Rusev. And then this whole fucking weird mess between Cody and Sammy and Sky. And then Wardlow had it. Like, it's lost its fucking shine. And you need a guy like Joe, who is again established, we all know him, to help escalate it. Now, I don't think it's going to be meshed with the ROH TV title. It could be. I don't know. But I just think this is a way to get Joe on TV more often with the title, and you find the right person to take it next. I think it needs to be somebody like Ethan Page, where you're not probably going to put the title on him. If he wins the World Championship Eliminator Tournament, I don't think they're going to put him in that situation, but I think a secondary title like the TNT or the All Atlantic would make sense for a guy like All Ego right now.
Well, let me ask you guys this, though, before we go further. Now that they're trying to balance ROH and AEW all in one show, which is just a mistake. Like, at this point, just run your AEW shit, run the ROH on YouTube or something until you land a deal. This isn't working because I think AEW standing alone has too many titles considering the amount of showtime they have and the roster they have. You have the tag titles, the trio tags titles, the champion title, the two secondary titles, the women's championship, the women's secondary championship, all that without ROH. And now you're throwing in ROH titles in the mix of this because they don't have a TV deal for them yet. Settle the hell down, man. Like you say, like some of these titles, to be honest, I didn't even realize Orange Cassidy had the Atlantic one until I saw the promo where he had the bag and what's in the bag. Which, by the way, him and Swagger, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
I like this hat. Cracks me up every time. I like this hat. And I love that Orange carries.
You get it. Give them less and leave them wanting more. That's exactly it right now.
And I like the bag stuff, but man, so many titles and not enough time.
Well, so I'm gonna back it up just a little bit too, because before we get to the championship match, I want to say this.
I've still got a couple more.
Yeah, I still want to say this, but while it's fresh in my mind, I feel like one of the reasons that Wardlow became stale is the way that he and MJF culminated.
Yeah, it was like nothing.
I feel like MJF screwed Wardlow in that scenario. Because it's like it was supposed to be a big deal, and then out of nowhere it's nothing.
Yeah.
No,
you're right, and that's that. I noticed that too. I was like, well, that was like nothing. And then on top of that, he's a big dude, and I think Wardlow plays a better heel, but that's just me. Moving along,
he will play a better heel.
Yeah,
I think they need to bring him back to that route.
Yep. Then we got another championship match, the Ring of Honor World Championship. Claudio against Bryan, against Sammy, against Jericho. Jericho retains.
Let me start this off. Let me start this off.
Go ahead.
I don't like Jericho as this champion. I get it.
You don't like the Ocho?
I don't. I get it as far as a heel champion. I mean, and there's no better person to play a heel champion.
It's the Ocho, baby.
Yeah. ROH, outside of a very select few, does not play heel champion well. It's literally been like CM Punk. I mean, a little bit of American Dragon's time there. A little bit of Tyler Black, like real sketchy Steen and Adam Cole. Like, honestly, and I guess like technically Taven too, but like
Adam Page.
I said Adam Cole.
No, I'm
'Cause Adam
saying
Page never won
Adam.
the ROH.
Yeah, he did. Adam Page. Yeah, he was an ROH champ for a long time. Scrap Daddy.
Who? Are we saying the same one? You're saying Adam Page, like Hangman?
No. On WWE.
Pierce?
Oh, sorry, Pierce. Adam Pierce.
Okay, yes.
You don't know who
Okay,
Scrap
Adam
Daddy
Pearce.
is?
Well, you said Adam Page. I was like, it's fucking confused me.
Yeah,
Adam
but then I
Page-
said Scrap. I know, but then I said Scrap Daddy.
Yeah.
because that was his thing there.
Yeah, it's still sorry. Anyhow, but they don't really play. They don't have good heel champions, like world champions there in ROH. They never really have. And Tony Khan's almost really done the same exact fucking thing here. They don't have a good heel champion, and Sammy Guevara would not have fucking been a good heel champion because we saw how fucking shitty he was with the TNT belt. I mean, good athlete, good wrestler, but shit champion. It should have gone probably back to Claudio because Bryan Danielson should not be that fucking champion because that's a regression in his fucking career. He does not need that championship. He was brought in to fight for the AEW. That's what we want to see anyways.
I don't.
So
Here's the thing. I
was against Bryan and Punk both getting shots at the AEW title because, again, they've done their time. They've been multi-champs. They don't need it there.
Yeah.
Well, I was against Punk more than I was Bryan Danielson. But
So here's the thing. I mean, I understand what he's doing with Jericho. With Jericho, and I think Colt Cabana was an anomaly, but and to be fair, probably a poke at Punk with
see that's
even though it wasn't.
No, that's the other thing. Tony Khan needs to shut the hell up. Either don't say anything or just be honest about it.
He's kind of
it was a poke at him. Carry on my wayward son. I'm sorry, but I feel like that whole entrance was a poke at Punk.
Yeah, I don't feel like that was.
There'll be peace when you're gone.
Well, but the Bucks, if the Bucks hadn't been using that,
have they used it before? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree with you, but I mean, but the whole thing with Tony Khan is I just feel like he's kind of petty, and it's still a fanboy with a buttload of money that is sort of fantasy booking, really. And where's Miro? I love Miro. Where is he?
Such a shame, dude.
I mean, and I just, with all of this stuff, I mean, and nothing against, the whatever his thought process is with Jericho. Oh, I'm going to fight all of these old former ROH champions. How about you just fucking fight Miro and let Miro win the goddamn championship and let him run with it instead of having Jericho there. Jericho doesn't need a championship. Jericho doesn't elevate that championship.
Yeah, he won his first run was good. It put the company on the map. It gave the attention. But that's just it. That was when he was not making decisions solely on his own.
Right.
That was when the EVPs were all given those suggestions. He took that power away, and you see that like Cody had that thing with a go-go or whatever, and it didn't go well. And you wonder what led to him taking their power away. But at the end of the day, you also got to be like, you may know your shit about NFL and Premier Soccer, Premier League, but like, what do you know about the wrestling world other than being a fan when you have 3-4 guys who have been in it for a big chunk of their lives, and then you got Cody Rhodes, who since birth has been around this shit.
Mm-hmm. No, that I agree with you completely, actually, because as much as it pains me to agree with either one of you guys on anything, Tony Khan has too much money and too little experience. And I don't know if anybody else watches Botchmania, but their latest one, they were showing a lot of different signs, not just their typical video game ones, but there was one sign at an AEW show where it says hire HR experts.
Yeah,
like,
it was right after.
no
It
shit.
was that was
Yeah, it was
right
right
after the CM Punk brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you didn't see, WWE actually had their own position as far as a talent relations dealing with announcers. Not to say that they had issues with their announce teams, but somebody who could handle if there's any conflicts, or somebody who could work with the teams as far as like building the rapport and shit like that. Like these are huge fucking deals. Like you have bookers, you have the producers, you guys, we all know about like Dean Malenko's role, Jerry Lynn's role. Like these are guys who are helping you.
But that's the thing. Like Jeff Jarrett, they brought him in for that kind of role. Did you not look
Right.
at Jeff Jarrett's past as a booker and a businessman? Like
He has a history of running shit into the ground.
Well, see,
this is my.
You're not wrong.
Oh,
when
when Eric Bischoff is being like, "Hey man, you're making the same fucking shit I made mistakes with. You should probably not do that." Like, maybe listen.
Yeah, when you have an open checkbook for a lot of this shit, man, you got to fucking make sure you are doing correct by the people you fucking first brought in. Like, that's the thing. We all kind of understand, like, some of the first names that they mentioned probably didn't have the biggest fucking contracts in the world, right? Like, Sonny Kiss was one of the first people they ever brought out as far as, like, here's a signing. I guarantee you Sonny Kiss is probably on the bottom 5% of people who fucking make money there. And that's, that's whatever. That's part of the wrestling business. Everybody knows their like range, or should know what their range is and stuff. Same thing with comedy or a lot of entertainment world things. But there's too much money given to too many people, and then no responsibility to say, hey, so here's the deal. We brought you in for your experience. You're the expert. You are the guy who's been here in the business for 20 years. Fucking give it to other people. Show that fucking passion. Show that fucking work ethic for the business with the younger people. You need to spread it around. It's always that way. People forget that shit. Like, if you've been in a business, you need to give it to other fucking people. You need to give some of that knowledge away, because that's how everybody else fucking learns and grows.
Yeah, from what I've heard, their first year and a half, it was like a 2-tier contract type of deal. You're on one of the 2 tiers. Obviously, like you see CM Punk, all that shit, that obviously has gone out to window, and maybe that's a credit to what's been going on backstage as well. So, all I know is you have an amazing locker room and a poor business execution. But let's move on with the show, and that is the All Elite World Wrestling Tag Team Championships. The Acclaim take on Swerve in Our Glory, and we finally see Keith Lee smack the shit out of Swerve and abandon him, and the Acclaim stay your champions.
Now it'll be nice to see if the Acclaimed finally get to take on FTR.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, as much as I love and enjoy the fact that the Acclaimed are so over, and Scissor Me Daddy is such a big thing. I mean, that can't be everything, It is right now. It's fun. That'll fade. That'll go away, and ultimately they're going to have to go back to wrestle the people they're supposed to be wrestling. The split between Swerve and Keith Lee is going to be interesting. I think that'll be good matches and a good feud between those two guys.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Because and we'll go back to this. I mean, you can go back and look at Swerve on the Indies. Jesus God, that guy has yet to be unleashed and do his full spectrum, if you will. For AEW, and Keith Lee as well. So that'll be good too. I think that match is a nice split off and end of that story. And to be honest, the Pliers thing I thought was sort of ridiculous.
Yeah, the Pliers thing was dumb, but it was a good ending to a feud. I agree.
Yeah, it does make sense more and more with Swerve and Lee finally breaking up. We all saw it coming anyways, as far as how they planned, and we're playing everything on the shows. I do want to see Acclaim versus FTR, mostly because if the titles at the end of this year are not on FTR, I don't know what the fuck you're working towards, because they are the best tag team in the world right now, and I believe that every fucking promotion that they have championships with should have even more. They should have the AEW. They should have the NJPW strong fucking titles. I don't know how many times they got to fucking defend against, was it Aussie Strong or whatever?
Oh yeah.
But without getting a shot at their fucking titles, like I don't know, man. Like FTR is the best fucking tag team, and we barely fucking see him on AEW.
Yeah,
Give them the fucking titles. Let us fucking see them all the fucking time, because they are the best right now. Period.
100%. We move on to the All Elite World Wrestling Trios Championship. The Elite return. They take on Death Triangle. Babyface Elite. That's kind of fun. Don Callis Babyface. That's entertaining.
Tried to be.
Brandon Cutler with the fake-looking beard was scary. But I mean, I'm not even going to try to like get much into this, because it was just such a crazy high-flying match, and it was an amazing match. Amazing match. It really was. No real story, because it was the return and stuff, but like, you know what I mean though? Like with a match like this, that's one of those ones where it is a spot match. Let's be honest. It's a match where you're going to let all 6 of these guys get their spots in, and knowing that that's what this was for, I mean, I wasn't let down.
Well, I think the story is that the Death Triangle has also turned, and with the use of that hammer, man, it broke my heart to see Ray Phoenix use that hammer, but Penta was behind it as well. And so clearly these guys are going to do anything it takes to keep those titles. And now we're going to see the best of 7 for no real reason other than.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought the best of 7 up. That's my worry. You had a great match, and then all of a sudden, let's do 6 more. Why?
And they're all going to be the goddamn same.
Why? You can't. Whatever.
No one should do a best of 7. I mean, the last time we saw it in any wrestling forum that I'm aware of was Sheamus versus Cesaro after the bar broke up, and it was fine. But 7 fucking matches, there's no reason for it. This was, I think, in my opinion, probably match of the night, just because of what we got to see. And Kenny looks great. The Bucks look great. Pac is fantastic. The Lucha Bros are fantastic. I wish that finish wasn't fucked up, but I get it, because you use a hammer, you get out of the One Wing Angel. It makes sense. Pac is trying fucking too hard to be a heel. Like, just let that shit, be cool about it, kind of thing. Like, be not to say like be tranquilo about it, man. Like, you got to be fucking a little bit more chill. Don't be over the fucking top about all the time. Yeah, I know you're the bastard and shit like that, but like, fucking roll it back a little bit. Let some fucking air breathe into it, because people still like you as a fucking performer. But I also think that Michael Nakazawa at one point took a fucking, I think, Nick Jackson moonsault to the face, and I think it busted him wide open, because he was like shying away from the camera the whole rest of the fucking time that he was down there. So I think he's busted wide open. But that's a side note. Like I said, I think this was generally match of the night, because this was fucking great. I'm so glad to have the fucking Elite back now, because I get to spend Monday afternoons or evenings watching being the Elite. Yay! Nerding out.
They don't bring that back.
They did.
They brought it back.
We move on to the All Elite Wrestling Women's Championship interim, I guess you could say still. Toni Storm against Jamie Hayter, and probably one of the bigger pops of the night. Jamie Hayter gets the win. All how it should be. I mean, really, like, Toni Storm hasn't really been anything for me since, I mean, her last half of her run at WWE. I was like, whatever. Jamie Hayter,
loved it.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter is a badass. I love that. I love that Britt helped.
Yeah,
her win.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real nice touch.
Yes.
And you know, and this is a weird one too, because then you hear him talk about Tony Khan talk about well, I don't know, I still got to make a decision. It depends on Thunder Rosa and what her, like at this point, if you're not having her cooperate, be like, well, fuck you then. All right, because to be honest, it makes me a little sad to know that they're still kind of considering this a interim title, because that was a huge night for Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
And it'd be sad to see Thunder Rosa come back in 3 months and just be like, well, nope, now I'm back to the chain. You know what I mean? So I loved it. I think the right person won.
Yep.
I don't know what they do with Tony Storm now, but
No, let her go hang around and do the same kind of shit that Athena's doing.
Yeah, Tony Storm was actually a better heel. People don't always understand that. Like when she was in Stardom, she was a heel. That foreign heel, that was like Stardom did a lot of the same foreign heel shit that NJ or New Japan was doing with the Bullet Club, and so her and B Priestley fucking ruled the roost over there because it was what people wanted to fucking see, was two white gals fucking being dominant and just having some fun. And you're right, Ace. Like WWE kind of fucking rolled a lot of that back, made her a fucking face. It's fine. She's a great face too, but like she's a boring champion because some people are meant for the chase, some people are meant to be the champion. Like it's just how it is, right? Like, you know, Bob Holly once challenged for the WWE Championship against Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar broke his neck. And that was like fun chase. Like it wasn't a great title match per se, but it was a good chase. Like there's a story behind it. It made sense. Like the fucking retaliation, like that makes sense. But Bob Holly would not be a fucking great WWE champion. So that's what we see here is that a lot of times these people get the title because they're a fucking name or they got a following. So let's make a champion. And it makes no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. Jamie Hayter makes fucking sense. And you're right. Having Britt help her win is a great little fucking touch. Having them all walk out together with her and Rebel and Britt, like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. It's a good touch.
There's two things that trouble me. Number one, I sure as fuck, I kind of don't want Jamie Hayter to need help. Like every time Britt could not win without help. and I would have been happier had Jamie Hayter won clean.
She's going to win clean, though, when she beats Brett.
That's perfect. But
because let's be honest. That's where this is all going to head to. Right. I mean, Britt is a heel. If it doesn't head to head here, it's kind of, again, a good example of missing the boat on actually giving us some storyline. And, I was thinking like the records matter and all these tournament qualifiers to get a title shot, like all that shit needs to go away. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. Because part of the thing that makes me want to watch your shit weekly is to see these certain people interact with each other long term into a full on like thing. Yeah. And like you said, it's I don't know. I just anyways, they have the opportunity now to do this with Jamie and Britt. Right. They've been teasing the split. Now you have it. She wins over Britt.
So here's the thing too that I want to compare. I want to compare the situation with Thunder Rosa to the situation that Impact had with Tessa Blanchard, because there's no indication that Thunder Rosa's even going to come back, right? I mean, it's just she was on Busted Open a couple of weeks ago or last week. I don't remember even when. It just sounded happy as shit, and it's like, are you going to get back in the ring? I mean, is this a situation where now you have people who, and I don't know her personally, obviously, but where you have people that take advantage of the generous injury policy that Tony Khan has placed? And it's like, oh man, I'm still the interim champion. I don't feel like wrestling. I have a hurt shoulder.
But you know what? This is all stemming from, hey man, you should focus on your own goddamn company before you try to do anything else.
Yep.
Because this is a direct result of him wasting a lot of, I don't want to say wasting, but putting a lot of time on two or three NWA talent over their just own talent.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's you know, I mean, I just and we'll go back to it again real quick because I don't want to keep beating the dead horse. Malice! I don't want to beat the dead horse. I loved Thunder Rosa in NWA when she first came to AEW, and Tom was talking about it. That chase. The chase was the thing with Thunder Rosa. And the minute she got that championship, it just went to shit because she doesn't know how to be a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you, I was just going to say, when you pay off the chase for the championship, it needs to be short lived because, and we saw it, especially with Page, like, I love Adam Page, and I think he's a good champion for AEW, but this was not, we saw it. Like, it was more, we love that you are going there. We love that you are fucking battling your demons to get there. However, when you got there, it was lackluster. It was fucking not motivational. It was not positive. And you pull the plug and you go with somebody else.
But that's also because of the booking. You know what I mean? Though,
yes.
That's also because of how Tony Khan's booking. Because he, if they would have just let him join Dark Order as champ,
yes,
right after he won it, he would have had longevity with them and that title. But since Tony Khan was like, "Well, now you're my champion and you're done with them," you then just took everything away. You took that away. You took him drinking away and having good times away, which is what people loved. You took all the things that we all got behind away as soon as he got the title.
Yep.
And that's where you need someone with this experience behind the scenes being like, "Hey, man, that's not a good decision." And unfortunately, it doesn't sound like they're there. It sounds like he's just doing what he wants. But we move along to this final main event, the World Championship match, Jon Moxley versus MJF, and probably the biggest swerve of the night. Regal turns on Moxley, helps MJF with the win, and to be honest, MJF with Regal,
kind of like that.
That's a duo.
Kind of like that. Here's the I don't know. Here's the other thing with this. I mean, everybody knew that MJF was going to win. I don't know. I mean, so what does this do with the Blackpool Combat Club? That's gone now?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. He's making some decisions that's like ruining shit that you just took.
I mean, it's
6 months to build, and
yeah. And so it goes to the thing. It's like, oh my God, this was so cool, and now it's not. Because it's not going to be there. Because now you have the whole situation with Claudio and Danielson, who now they're not. You know, they certainly have friction after that match, and who knows? Fucking Moxley's going to go on vacation. I mean, clearly he's not going to be around for a while. And Wheeler Yuta, we haven't seen him in a long time.
He's right behind you.
Yeah, he's right behind you. What are you talking about? We haven't seen him in a while.
Well, he's not on other than Dark.
That's because he's no longer the pure championship or champion.
Well, you know what it is Tony Khan books his stories to basically start and end every like 2 months.
Yeah, which is terrible.
And I don't understand that booking. I don't understand that timetable. You gotta, man, you're seeing it now with WWE and Triple H coming back. You're seeing it with this Bray Wyatt stuff. You're seeing it with the Bloodline and Sammy. This stuff has been taking months to tell us right now. And it's going to continue, and I'm in for all of it. This 3-week build, have the match, on to something new. It doesn't work for me, and that's why I've kind of lost interest, and I can't really watch it every Wednesday anymore.
It's like you're going to a different indie show, you know, every week.
Yeah, I'll just watch the highlights so I can see how great the matches are, but it's like there's nothing that wants to keep me glued to it for 2 hours straight every week right now. And even WWE's still kind of there, but they're getting a lot better to where I'm paying way more attention. And to be honest, I'm pumped for War Games this weekend, boys. I am pumped. I can't wait. I love War Games and the Survivor Series, and I think they're going to be great matches.
And the fact that KO is not hurt enough that he can participate in this makes that whole story
Kevin
fantastic.
Owens against Sami Zayn. Yes, they have teammates, but we're going to see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in a War Game match. Like, they're going to be in that structure together facing off. Have you not seen these guys' ladder matches and other cage man shit that they did in ROH? These guys, man, Saturday could be a lot of fun.
So let me just finish up with Full Gear, and then we'll just go through some stuff real quick with War Games. If you didn't see, by the way, the post-match presser, MJF did yell at the media, which is standard fare now for AEW. But he finished with "Thank you, fuck you, bye," and I thought that was a nice little tweak there, because Jim Cornette has been very adamant about hating on AEW as much as he can. So that was a little fun thing. But yeah, this MJF run should be fucking good, hopefully.
We'll see. I don't know. You never know with Tony Khan behind the wheel. You might.
But with War Games, I gotta just say this real quick. You mentioned, like, as far as Owens versus Sammy, I think what's going to happen, this is my thought. Superman punches and cutters, or stunners, excuse me, from Reigns and Owens, right, to everybody that they see. Then Owens somehow gets better, gets the stunner off on Reigns, but then Sammy comes through with the Blue Falcon bomb, or whatever it's called, and then fucking hits that, wins War Games with that. Just gonna say it, because the Bloodline makes way more sense winning this than the Battling Brutes and their makeshift team.
No, you're 100% right. Bloodline's going to win, obviously, but I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. The women's match is going to be a good one, too. I'm excited.
Who's the last member of Bianca's team?
I don't know. Charlotte?
Phoenix.
You think?
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch?
Yeah, one of the two, I suppose. One of those three, sure.
Yeah. Tune in Tuesday night next week. We have Nerd D coming on.
Yes!
We're going to go through our reactions to Survivor Series War Games.
That's right.
Fantastic, guys. You got anything coming up this weekend, Tom?
No, hold on. Before we sign off, one thing you're thankful for in pro wrestling this year.
Oh, that's right. Well, one thing that we're thankful for in one turkey. I mean, to me, obviously, the biggest, it's very difficult. Obviously, the biggest turkey is that all-out press conference. And I don't know, I have to say that Tony Khan is the biggest turkey in my book. And that's saying something even after Vince McMahon's situation.
I agree. Oh, God.
And I was just going to say, the thing that I'm thankful for is I'm truly thankful that Triple H seems to be riding the ship over at WWE, because I am into way more stuff than I thought I would be at this point. Don't get me wrong. I still can't watch the entire Raw show, but there are things in there that I do want to watch and do want to pay attention to.
Yeah, they're improving if I'm starting to watch the Hulu version the next day.
Yeah.
If I'm watching that straight, like, things are getting better. I would say CM Punk, definitely. I would say Tony Khan's booking as of late as well. And then I would say Madhouse and Absolute forming, and us all getting to be a part of those. So that would be the best thing that's happened this last year in wrestling.
Biggest turkey is You Two Fools. Best thing, and the thing I'm most thankful for is this show, my platform, and to make you two better. So,
okay, now what are you?
Shelf, baby.
Now, what are you really thankful for in wrestling? And what is your turkey in wrestling too?
My genuine turkey is CM Punk. I think that was absolute trash, no matter what the question was, to spout off about Cole Cabana in that way, and then to start the fight. It sounds like he and Steele started the fight. I'm not even going to talk about Ace Steele. I think literally that's just following your boy into the war, which we've all been there and done that kind of shit. CM Punk, 100% the turkey of the year as far as pro wrestling goes, and I am most thankful for absolute Madhouse, Impact, everybody we've worked with down there in Iowa, and all of our friends and connections here in Minnesota as well, and all the great guests we've had this year, and we have already lined up through December and into January. So I'm looking for a positive 2023 as well, and have more fun with you gents, as much as that fucking pains me to say.
Absolutely. Mike, good to see you. Thank you for hopping in.
Mike, what's up?
Oh, Mike Friesen, what's going on, dude?
Should we dump everybody from here to Clark's Twitch before we leave?
See if he's on.
He is on.
All right.
Yeah,
so
let's do
Tommy,
a little raid. We haven't done a raid in a while.
Let me see where it is. Tell me what the live channel name is, or send it to me, or put it in the chat.
Referee Clark. And there we go.
There it is. All right, we will start that raid right god dang now, babies. I don't know how to do this shit.
Well, first of all, we'll see you guys next week.
With Nerd D.
Hell yeah. Talking Survivor Series. Play the ending and then do it.
Oh, yeah, I'll play the ending. You guys, thanks so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Tell Clark we said happy.